students. Today we discuss about Python basics or chapter 1 review of the Python basics. As we know that Python is a general purpose high level language developed by Guido van Rossum in 1991. It is used for software development, for server side web development, for system scripting and for mathematics. Features of Python: it is easy to use, it is an interpreted language, means code execution and interpretation done line by line. Cross platform language, means it can be run on any operating system like Windows, Linux, Macintosh, etc. It is an expressive language, less code to be written as it itself expresses the purpose of the code. Completeness, support wide range of library like math modules, etc. Free and open source can be downloaded freely and source can be modified for improvement. Shortcomings of Python: it has lesser libraries as compared to other programming languages like C++, Java, .NET, etc. As it is interpreted language, it is slower than other languages as it executes programs line by line. Weak on type binding: it is not pinpoint on use of a single variable for a different data type. Now, how to work in a Python? Using interactive or a Python shell window mode, the Python commands are directly typed at command prompt, and as soon as we press the enter key, the interpreter displays the result immediately, which is known as displaying. In interactive mode, search the python.exe file in the drive in which it is installed. If found, double click it to start Python in an interactive mode. This is a Python version. Ideally, here you can type directly the commands. Suppose if you want to print a message, then you print that message. It is an interactive mode. You can give Python commands directly and press the enter key for the result. This is also known as displaying. Suppose how it works: Python command prompt, suppose you print hello, it print hello, enter, तो आउटपुट प्रिंट हो जाएगा. ऐसे प्रिंट 8 into 3 भी डायरेक्टली वी वर्क थ्रू डायरेक्टली गिविंग द कमांड्स. Now in script mode, the drawback of interactive mode is that we cannot save the commands which we type. This can be overcoming using the script mode. In script mode, click on the file menu option, new option, or press the shortcut key Ctrl+N from the shell window. और यू कैन क्लिक स्टार्ट बटन. स्टार्ट बटन में ऑल प्रोग्राम्स में पाइथन वर्जन आइडियली, एंड नाउ क्लिक फाइल, न्यू इन आइडियली शेल, और टाइप वट एवर यू वॉन्ट टू राइट अ प्रोग्राम, तो आप प्रोग्राम राइट कर सकते हो ना. फिर उसके बाद क्लिक फाइल में ही ऑप्शन आता है सेव, एंड बाय .py एक्सटेंशन यू कैन सेव योर फाइल विद एनी फाइल नेम. Second method in script mode, step 2, run program. Click open command from IDLE's file menu and select the file you have already saved. Click run or a run module. It will execute all the commands of the program file and display output in the separate window shell. Data handling. Most of the computer programming languages support data types, variables, operators, and expressions like fundamentals. Pythons also support these. As we know that variable is like a container which can store values you can access or change. Then we have a tokens as we know that tokens in Python, the smallest individual unit in a Python is known in smallest individual unit in a program is known as a token or a lexical unit. And Python has different types of tokens: keywords, identifiers, literals, operators, punctuators, etc. Keywords are predefined words. Identifiers are the names given to the different parts of the program, like variables, objects, classes, functions, list, dictionary, etc. Literals are the data items that have a fixed constant value. Then we have our variables. Variables represent label storage location whose value can be manipulated during the program run. Operators are the tokens that trigger some computation or an action when applied to a variable and other objects. Punctuators are symbols that are used in programming language to organize sentences, structure, and indicate the rhythm and emphasis of an expression, statement, and program. Then we have a data types. Data type specifies which type of value a variable can store. Type function is used to determine a variable's type in a Python. Now, different types of data types in Python are number, string, boolean, list, tuple, set, dictionary. Numbers in Python. It is used to store numeric values. Python has 3 numeric values: integers, floating point number, and complex numbers. Integers or int are positive or negative numbers with no decimal point. Integers in Python are of unlimited size. It is used to store whole number, means a decimal digit without a fraction part, and it can be positive or negative. For example, 566 minus 783 minus 3, etc. For example, if a equals to 100 and b is equals to minus 100, c equals to 1 into 20. When you print a, print b, print c, then output will be 100 minus 100 and c का वैल्यू हो जाएगा 20. 1 into 20, so 20. Type conversion. Int function converts any type to integer. Type conversion means किसी भी वेरिएबल के टाइप को, डेटा टाइप को कन्वर्ट करना इनटू अनदर टाइप. इफ यू वांट टू कन्वर्ट अ डेसिमल वैल्यू इनटू अ इंटीजर, देन वी यूज int function to convert that float value into a integer. Suppose we have a string value a is equals to 101 and we write b is equals to int and we pass a as a argument. So it converts the string data type to a integer. Now the value will be 101. Suppose we have a c equals to int and we pass a value 122.4. It is a floating point value, float value, decimal value. We can जो integer function है convert float value into a integer value. जो हमने print कराया print b, कोड को रन किया, आउटपुट आया 101 and और c का वैल्यू आ गया 122. It converts floating value into a integer value. So this is a type conversion. This is converting one type to another. Now floating point number. Floating point numbers signify real numbers. It is a positive or a negative real number with a decimal point. This data type is used to store numbers with a fraction part. For example, we have a equals to 101.2, b equals to 101.4 and we write d equals to 2.3 into 3. When we print, we get the output 101.2 minus 101.2, so टाइप कन्वर्जन ऑफ फ्लोटिंग पॉइंट नंबर. अब किसी भी वैल्यू को फ्लोट में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए हम फ्लोट फंक्शन यूज़ करेंगे. फ्लोट फंक्शन कन्वर्ट्स एनी डेटा टाइप टू अ फ्लोटिंग पॉइंट नंबर. फॉर एग्जांपल वी हैव अ a इक्वल्स टू सिंगल क्वेट्स 301.4. इट इज़ अ स्ट्रिंग वैल्यू and we want to convert into a float. We write b equals to float and we pass a as a आर्ग्यूमेंट। जब हमने इसे रन कराया तो आउटपुट आ गया 301.4। Then complex numbers. Complex numbers are pairs of real and imaginary numbers. They take the form of x plus y j, where x is the real part and y is the imaginary part. And for example, we want to convert 5 to a real value and a 0 as an imaginary part. We write print of a and b equals to complex of 5, और जब हमने इसे रन कराया तो हमारे पास आया 5 प्लस 0j। यहाँ पे 5 हमारा रियल पार्ट हो गया और 0 हमारा इमेजिनरी पार्ट हो गया। ऐसे अगर हमने b इक्वल्स टू कॉम्प्लेक्स एंड वी पास 101,23, तो इसमें 101 हमारा रियल पार्ट हो जाएगा और 23 हमारा इमेजिनरी पार्ट। जब हमने इसे रन कराया तो आउटपुट आया 101 प्लस 23j। So these are the three basics data types of Python, and we it also have a different data types like string, list, which we study in our next class. Thank you.